Didn't you have somewhere to be? Okay, so we're in closies now. Joke went over his shirt. Gender vehicles so violating traffic laws. Call texting and Octavius? No. Do not be texting and driving. You are terrible. So terrible. Your car guy drives says, I don't even know what that is. It wasn't a challenge. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Before I forget. Oh yeah, I can't do it on this tab. Because I like to do this. It means the AI will see the granny crossing the street and speed up. You know, that is one thing that like does terrify me about AI and how a lot of people are using them more. Is that they're just, I don't see it going well. Right, it's, I don't want to think about autocorrect. Do this. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I think having a lot of companies are too much, what is it? They're leaning too much into it, and it's causing way too many fucking problems. Stack Up is a charity, Octavius, that helps armed service members. And yes, everything can be a challenge. It doesn't mean it should. What do they sell? It's a charity. So they don't really sell anything. Just because everything can be a challenge doesn't mean it should be taken as a challenge. I mean, it's a charity, yes. Then, what is it? That was not a soda. It is my can of Ghost. No, I don't actually. Not for that. But no, it's the follow-up from the other day. Yeah. It's the least I can do for you modding. It's the least I can do. But, like, but talking about really shitty, like, YouTube moderation, you may have seen it, Kane, but NVIDIA, everyone saw the whole thing that NVIDIA was doing with the whole DLSS and the AI and stuff. Well, someone on YouTube did a whole video to it, involving it. And the content was not copyrighted to, their copyright did not copyright it to NVIDIA, the original footage. It put it on somebody else's account as the copyright holder. Which honestly, I find funny as hell. And I'm kind of low-key, I'm kind of hoping that, it might make YouTube improve their entire copyright system moderation bullshit, but I don't think they will. You hate how it's used for everything that isn't made. Like, I know that the company I do security for went really big into AI, and then they realized how shitty it was for a lot of things, and then they just pulled away from using it for generative stuff and just have been using it for workload shit. Yeah, it's the, like I said, I got mixed feelings on AI, and it's like I said on Twitter the other day. Do what you want. I'm not gonna go charging. I'm not gonna go crashing down your door to go yell at you for making some stupid thing with it. Like I'm not gonna yell at you. I got way better things to do with my time than argue with people all day on whether they should or not. Like, I think it's a great. I think if it is used in a way, I think that helps with the actual like work resources and stuff, I think it's great. Like, I'm not gonna say I absolutely love, you know, generative AI. I mean, like, I'll say I fucked around with it. I don't hate it. I'm not the biggest fan of it. But I'm not gonna be all, you shouldn't do that. Hey, welcome in, Elements Across on the Twitch side this time. Hey, it's like this sometimes. I appreciate you coming on in. Okay, alright, are we holding steady? Looks like we are holding steady. And before I just fucking jinxed it. US military uses AI, it runs off of Gemini. I mean, I know there's a whole thing with Anthropic, and then Anthropic said no, and then I don't know where that went after that. Use it to write paperwork. Please tell me you guys at least have a proofreader. Because holy shit, it can fucking hallucinate. There is absolutely no way this could possibly go wrong. You think junior Marines can read? I mean, I know y'all can be a bunch of crayon eaters, but I'm pretty sure y'all can read too. But also, what's the best taste in crayon? Depends on the weather. Okay. Even the meal and drink. Sometimes today I actually do see working forces species that with space travel to make calculations. Yeah, like stuff like that, I think is great. 100%. A solid snack flavor is red. Navy blue frozen. Okay. Solid. Yellow as a warm soup base. Actually, I'm not even gonna ask. how you're deciding this. Yeah. Were you? I don't even know. How the context? Oh, yeah. Gotcha. I hadn't finished catching up the crayon text. Yeah, it doesn't care about context. But yeah, out of context, that would be kind of sus out of context. I mean, it used to be more of a snowflake. Like, Twitch's default auto mod is like, I can't even describe how much shit it flags if you do not like properly set it up. Auto mod is drunk. Okay. Let's see. Let's try video. By the way, a group of hamsters is called a horde. No, it's not. There ain't no way. There is no way. Oh my god. That is amazing. Because they hoard stuff. That is amazing. Wait, do they hoard stuff? I don't think I've ever seen a hamster hoard anything. I don't think. I could be wrong though. Loud keyboard. Like, can I just say, I like my clickety clackety keyboards. Yeah, a little bit. You know, Octavius, I'm just gonna be numb to it. Become desensitized. No. Yo, when you just mentioned the horde of hamsters, I just thought about that cartoon with the little hamsters and everything, and was it Hamtaro? There's this cute little fucking cartoon about hamsters. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. It's not like, actually, I'm not even gonna try and explain it. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even, because it's gonna come out wrong. Okay. Opening this ghost was a mistake. these will be about an hour. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this. Alright, so going to do a couple videos I wanted to do yesterday, but didn't have time, among other things. So, yeah. And starting with the Fat Electrician video. The only top secret Medal of Honor, Hiroshi Miyamura. Which I'm hoping I did not butcher that name, but I have a feeling I probably did. But I have a tendency to do that.
Despite being discriminated against and interned because of their Japanese ancestry.
Hold on, let me just...
All right, we talked about the Nisei in World War II, the Japanese Americans that despite being discriminated against and interned because of their Japanese ancestry would go off and not only fight for America, but become the most decorated unit in American history. Let's see what some of the Nisei were up to during the Korean War.
Okay.
Today we're talking about Hiroshi Miyamura, aka Hershey, World War II veteran, Korean War veteran, Medal of Honor recipient, and to the best of my knowledge and research, the only man whose Medal of Honor was ever classified as top secret. And we're gonna get into why right after a word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Element. Okay, look, you know what Element is, I know what Element is.
Why would it have to be classified? I don't understand, because aren't those things usually pretty known when someone gets that kind of stuff? Maybe it's
Do you want not headaches and clear pee? Drink Element. Okay? Try all of a link down below. When you use my link, you're gonna get a free sample pack with your order. Now, back to the video. Our story begins October 6, 1925, when Hiroshi Miyamura is born in Gallup, New Mexico. He is one of 7 kids. He's the oldest son. He's got 2 brothers and 4 sisters. His parents had migrated to America from Japan because his father, who was from a very wealthy, upstanding family, decided that he was going to get married for love and not status, and married a woman that was beneath his class, and it caused a huge rift in the family, so they moved to America. They came here with nothing. They worked their asses off, eventually got enough money to start their restaurant. They had 7 kids. They embraced being American, and they raise their kids with the same values.
I do not understand why that's a ban. I do not understand why why like so many of them had so many kids in that period. I do not understand. Because like I know my dad, he was born like the 1940s-ish. And he had like 14 siblings. And that just boggles my mind. It was the 60s, so either the government wanted to be able to deny giving it to him publicly, or he did some secret shit that couldn't possibly be spoken of. So something that would potentially be declassified many years later. Makes sense.
Growing up, Hershey had a pretty normal childhood. The only real thing he ever struggled with was not a lot of people could pronounce his name, Hiroshi Miyamura, so in 6th grade, his teacher, who just legitimately could not bring herself to say the word Hiroshi for some reason, just started calling him Hershey, and the nickname stuck.
Timothy.
Present.
Thank you.
The other problem he had was he was kind of a runt. He was a small kid. He always wanted to play football, but he was so small the coaches wouldn't even let him play, so he went off and did well in track and boxing. So things are going great. His family migrated here from Japan. They started a business. They worked their asses off. They're raising successful kids. They're achieving the American dream, but then when he's in high school, Japan attacks Pearl Harbor. And then pretty much immediately, FDR steps in, or wheels in, and issues Executive Order 9066.
Execute Order
66.
Which, if you don't know, is basically the American government steps in and tells all of the Japanese Americans, hey, you're gonna have to go live in an internment camp for all of World War II. If you have a job, you gotta quit. If you have a business, you have to abandon it, lose your house, lose your entire life, go sit inside of a military internment camp. So it's kind of looking like that's what's gonna happen to Hershey and his family. They're gonna lose the restaurant. They're gonna have to go live in an internment camp. Life is gonna suck. But then Gallup, New Mexico had their city council and their mayor write a letter and send it to Congress and the president demanding that they not intern their Japanese citizens because those are Americans, and it actually worked. So despite FDR and his best efforts, Hershey and his family get to go on living a pretty normal life. Buh, you always badmouth FDR. He's one of the greatest presidents in American history. Buh. No, he isn't. He's literally the closest thing America's ever had to a dictator, okay? He's the only president to serve more than 2 terms. He served 4 terms and had to die to get removed from office, just like a dictator. In 1933, he forcefully confiscates all of America's gold at $20 an ounce, and then in 1934, after he's confiscated all the gold, they passed the Gold Reserve Act saying that gold is now worth $35 an ounce. He interned hundreds of thousands of Japanese, German, and Italian Americans with no due process. During the Great Depression, he ordered farmers to burn their crops while people were starving so that he could artificially inflate the crop value. Because, you know, that's good for the economy. Who cares if people are starving? And then when the Supreme Court...
Wanna know what other markets also real artificially inflated? Fucking diamonds. Which that shit still pisses me the fuck off. Because diamonds are actually pretty fucking common.
Court stepped in and said that that was unconstitutional, he turned around and threatened to pack the Supreme Court if they didn't pass his policies. He created Social Security, which, unpopular opinion, is a giant fucking Ponzi scheme. He created the NFA because he doesn't like the Second Amendment, and then somehow he gets credited for ending the Great Depression when most economists and historians all unanimously agree that his policies prolonged the Great Depression and it was World War II that pulled us out. So no, I don't like FDR. I have my reasons. Quit interrupting my story.
Wow, dodged a bullet there, huh?
Anyways, Hershey goes on, graduates high school, and immediately tries to enlist in the United States military because that's what everybody's doing. He's an American. He wants to go off and fight for his country just like everybody else. So that's what he does. In 1942, he goes off and tries to enlist in the United States military, and they inform him that he is classified as 4C, which means he is an enemy alien and he is not allowed to serve in the United States military. So that kind of sucks, but then, like a year later, he receives a draft notice. What Hershey didn't know is while he was being classified as an enemy alien, the United States Army was working on propping up the 442nd Infantry, which was a segregated unit that was almost exclusively made for the Japanese Americans that had been born in America, also known as the Nisei. I did a whole video on it, but if you haven't seen it, basically these guys would go on to prove not only are they 100% Americans, they're some of the biggest badasses to ever walk the face of the earth because they went on to be one of, if not the most decorated combat units in American history. And now that that's up and running, they could use him. So Hershey officially gets inducted into the United States Army on January 13th, 1944. He goes off, does basic training in Florida. He is then sent to Camp Shelby in Mississippi for advanced infantry training. After that, they're getting ready to go to war. He's kind of excited. They pull him into a room. They interrogate him, trying to make sure, you know, one last check to make sure he's not a spy or a traitor of some kind. During that interrogation, he said, and I quote, "I don't consider myself a Japanese from Japan. I classify myself as an American from New Mexico." Then, as everybody else that he just graduated infantry school with is getting sent off to their units, he and like 5 other dudes get pulled off to the side and are informed that they are all 18 or 17 and you have to be 19 to go overseas. They don't get to go yet. So instead, they send him off to more training. He goes to 13 weeks of heavy weapons training where he gets to become a machine gunner, which is the perfect role for him, okay? Small guy, I know, like the common consensus is you're always picturing the machine gunner as like the big jacked corn-fed guy from Nebraska. Almost never is that guy the machine gunner, okay? That's the dude kicking the door. The machine gunner every single time is like the 6'2", 110-pound white guy with the birth control glasses that's constantly ripping cigarettes, or it's the small nerdy guy every single time. So Hershey goes, graduates heavy weapons school. Now he's 19 years old. They're getting ready to send him over to Europe. And then he goes through his physical and the doctor's like, "You have a hernia." And he's like, "I don't even know what that is. Didn't know I had one. I'm fine. Send me." And the doctor's like, "No, you have to go get it fixed." So he goes, gets his hernia fixed for surgery, takes months to recover. Okay, now he's good. He's ready to go. He gets on the boat. They send him over to Europe. He gets 5 days out from landing in Europe, and the entire ship is informed, that Hitler has just surrendered.
He died.
Immediately, the rumor goes around that this ship's going to whip a U-turn and they're going to head off to the Pacific, but that never actually happens. They go into Europe. He then spends a period of time basically doing guard duty at German POW camps. Then he gets orders, pack your shit up, we're sending you to the Pacific. He's like, sweet, okay, starts packing his stuff up, starts getting ready, takes a couple of days, and then they cancel the orders because Japan also just surrendered.
That's great! That's just great!
And that's it. That was his World War II. He packs his shit up.
Honestly, I kind of feel bad for the guy if he's looking forward to traveling, going to serve his country, and then it's like, yeah, they surrendered, and I kind of feel bad for him a little bit. Not a lot, because war's bad, but still.
He heads back home to America, starts his life. When he gets back home to America, he decides that he wants to stay in the Army Reserve, which is what he does.
Japanese internment most applied to people living on the coast. I did not know that. I knew of the internments, but I didn't know that was more applied to coasts than other areas. I did not know that. That's actually really interesting.
He also goes off to college, comes back home, he's working as an auto mechanic, meets his wife Terry, they get married in 1949, they start having kids. Everything's going fine. Around the same time, his 3-year Army Reserve contract was about to be up, and he decided that he was going to re-enlist for an additional 3 years without running it by his wife.
You what?
So she's obviously not very happy that he didn't run that decision by her first, but what's the big deal? He's been in the Army Reserve the entire time she's known him. It's just some training, a couple weekends a month, some little bit of time in the summer, a little bit of an adventure for him. What's the worst thing that could happen?
Korea.
So like 3 months later, the Korean War starts and he immediately gets activated and sent to California. Obviously, Terry, his wife, is upset. He's like, babe, it's not that big of a deal. I have experience. I was in World War II. I've been doing this for years. They're probably sending me to California to just train new recruits. I'll be safe. It'll be fine.
Is that so?
Then his orders get changed. He's still going to California, but only after he goes to Fort Hood, Texas for a 9-week refresher course on infantry tactics. Not looking good, but it's okay. They're probably just, making sure he gets the refresher course so he can go up to California and train all the new recruits. That's probably what's happening. So he goes, finishes the 9-week refresher course, then they put him on a train headed for California, and wouldn't you know it, the train stops in Gallup, New Mexico, and he goes up to his commanding officer and is like, hey, I live like 3 blocks from this train station. Can I run home and say hi to my wife? And the commanding officer, being cool as shit, is like, yeah, but when you hear the train whistle blow, you better fucking be on this train. So he takes off running, runs home, gets to spend 15 minutes with Terry before he has to run back to the train and is sent off to California. Gets to California, he is then told that he is not training new recruits. He is going to Japan for a little bit of more training, and then his ass is going to Korea to be a machine gunner. And now he's got to tell that to his wife. So he gets attached to the 3rd Infantry, gets shipped off to Japan. He's training with his unit, and while he's there, he meets another machine gun section leader, a sergeant by the name of Joe Anello, and they become best friends. They finish up training, they get shipped off to Korea, and they go straight into combat. First time Hershey sees combat, he's ordered to take his machine gun section up onto a ridge that's overlooking the Yalu River. Once he gets up, they're ordered to dig in and hold that line as long as they possibly can. It's 18 guys, Hershey included, and they are dug in on this ridge overlooking this river, and across the river, he can just see hundreds of enemy tents. This is their whole staging area, and this river is where they got to try to hold this line. That night at midnight, they hear a bunch of bugle calls going off and what he describes as trash can lids being smacked together before hundreds of wet commies just come storming up this ridge trying to get him and his guys. Hershey and his guys just get completely overwhelmed by the sheer number of enemies coming at them. He's only got 18 dudes, including himself, and they are sending hundreds his way. They're able to get some air support. They're able to hold it for a little while, but eventually they get overrun and their own air support starts strafing their position as well, at which point he has to call it and issues a retreat. He never did get to find out why they started strafing his position, whether they thought he was completely overrun, because he definitely didn't call for them to attack his position, but Whatever, one thing's for sure, this is a giant clusterfuck. Him and his guys make a clean getaway. From here, they are told to get on a ship and they're being sent to a port at a place called Hungnam in North Korea. Hershey doesn't realize this yet, but him and his guys are being brought in to support the Marines that are fighting at the Chosin Reservoir, which I've also done an entire video on. Okay, super abbreviated version of what's going on. General MacArthur tells the Marines to penetrate way farther north than they should. They get within 40 miles of the Chinese border. The Chinese sends like 200,000 soldiers south to attack the Marines. They get surrounded, they have to fight their way out, and the only way they're going to get out with their lives is if they can make it to the port at Hungnam so they can get evacuated, and Hershey is going there to support that. That's exactly what happens. Hershey and the 3rd Infantry show up, they set up a perimeter around Hungnam, they get the Marines in there, they get the Marines loaded on ships, they get the civilians loaded on ships, everybody's crammed in there like sardines. Hershey and his guys board one of the last ships out, and then they blow up the entire city on their way out to deprive the enemy of nice things.
Of course.
Look at that, huh?
From here, they're shipped back down south, they get off the ship, then they are ordered to go and basically invade North Korea again, and he spends about a month fighting further and further into North Korea. By mid-April 1951, the Chinese and the North Koreans have launched their spring offensive. They're going to throw everything they have at the American lines, and Hershey and his guys are ordered to fall back to the Imjin River. They cross the river, headed back south, then they're ordered to hold the ridge there with the river as long as they can. Hershey's in charge of a 13-man machine gun squad and is given 4 extra riflemen for a total of 17 guys. He's got his section that he's holding, and his buddy Joe Anello is holding his machine gun section off to the right, and it's just the entire American forces standing in a line with machine guns trying to hold it as long as they can. That's the strategy. So they go there, they get dug in, they build trenches, they build fortifications. Hershey has a
directional discrimination. I mean, it's not technically wrong. Now we can shoot the bastards in every direction. Yeah? Yeah? Oh, thanks for the follow, Mesh. Hope you are doing well. That's Chester Puller was low-key goated. I'm going to assume that's a person that I do not know much about. That's gonna be a search later. Or tomorrow. Hey, welcome in, Swordfish. Hope you're doing well today.
His guys go down by the river and set up tripwires and flares that'll set off if the enemy starts coming their direction, and then they just wait. And for a couple of days, nothing really happens. They're just up there on this cliff face, hanging out in a trench, freezing their ass off the entire time. But then, around midnight on April 24th, 1951, he hears it again. Bugles, trash can lids, yelling, and he's like, fucking here we go. A couple minutes after that, the Chinese hit the trip flares, light up the battlefield, and Hershey issues the order to light them up. And within a couple of minutes, his machine gunner looks at Hershey and says, it's too hot here, I'm gonna leave. And Hershey's like, what the fuck? And the dude just leaves. He abandons his post. So Hershey mans the gun himself, by himself, which is a 2-man job. He then proceeds to engage this enemy wave by himself with his machine gun until the gun jams because he doesn't have an assistant gunner helping him feed ammo when it's midnight and he can't see shit. He's looking at this machine gun nest. There's 10 guys left running right at him. He's not going to be able to unjam this gun in time, so he grabs his M1 with his bayonet, leaves the machine gun nest, and engages 10 enemies by himself, and proceeds to kill all 10 of them in close quarters combat with his rifle and bayonet. He then, with a lull in the battle, runs to his second machine gun position. When he gets there, the machine gunner's fucking gone, and there's some riflemen there holding the position. He looks at the riflemen and is like, where the fuck is the gunner? And they're like, I don't know.
Where'd everybody go? I have no idea!
He later found out that they decided to fall back after a grenade made it into their machine gun nest, but he doesn't know that right now, so he remans the gun and continues engaging the enemy. They continue fighting, we don't know how long, but Hershey describes it as, quote, quite a while, which under these circumstances could have been 5 minutes or it could have been 5 hours. We have no clue. Eventually, Hershey comes to the realization they're about to be completely overrun. They can't stop them all. They're able to penetrate around the perimeter. Eventually, they're going to be completely surrounded any minute. And this is where Hiroshi Miyamura makes the decision that he's going to order all of the rest of his men to retreat, and he's going to hold back the enemy while they do so. And that's exactly what he does. The last time his men saw him, they were making their retreat as they watched Hershey engage wave after wave of enemy soldier with his machine gun, his M1 bayonet, and grenades. Not only does Hershey hold back the enemy long enough for his men to make a clean getaway, he holds the enemy back for so long that he starts getting his position hit by American artillery because they think he's dead. At this point, Hershey's like, time to fucking go, grabs his M1 and bayonet and starts running through the trenches, starts running through the trails, eventually turns a corner and runs face first into a massive silhouette. It's dark, can't really see who it is, doesn't fire, thinking it's obviously an American because this dude's way too big to be a starving communist. He then sees the Chinese communist Winter Soldier hat and then sees that he has a grenade in his hand and immediately lunges forward, stabs him, and then fires. When he fires, he stumbles back and falls flat on his back. He then feels the grenade hit his leg and he kicks it back towards the guy. It blows up. He takes shrapnel to his leg, but he doesn't know that yet. Jumps back up and starts running towards American lines as fast as he can. He's making his way there. He makes it like 500 yards and he sees an American tank off in the distance. So he starts running towards this tank because obviously that's going to help in this situation. And as he's making it there, he gets a couple of yards away and runs into a barbed wire entanglement in the darkness. He's tangled up in this barbed wire. He's getting all cut up. He's screaming and yelling and waving at this tank, but the tank motor's on. They can't hear him and they rumble off. In hindsight, he said that was probably a good thing because he was an Asian guy on the wrong side of the barbed wire. They might have just shot him. Regardless, he gets himself out of this barbed wire, doesn't know what to do. The entire battlefield's completely overrun with enemy soldiers. They're everywhere, so he just finds this little gully, lays down, and tries to hide. He's laying there for about an hour. It starts to get light out, and then he keeps laying there. He's hearing footsteps. He's hearing enemy soldiers talking, and then eventually it gets quiet for a little while, and he's like, okay, maybe they moved on. Might have made it through this. And then cutting through the silence, he hears in perfect English, "Get up, you're my prisoner now." So he quits playing dead, he turns around, he looks, it's a Chinese officer that's somehow speaking perfect English, but he follows his commands, he turns over his weapon, and then they start marching him to God knows where. He's definitely feeling his leg wound now, he's limping. They march him back to his old position, and there is like 40 to 50 dead enemies laying on the field where he made his last stand. They keep marching. They go past his original position. There's more dead guys. We would later find out that it was confirmed by Allied forces that had retaken this area, and he was officially credited with killing over 40 enemies, 10 of which was in hand-to-hand combat with M1 Grand and bayonet.
Yeah, I stabbed a man in the heart. I saw that. Brick killed a guy.
They keep going past those positions. They keep marching him further and further into enemy territory when they finally link up with another unit and they throw him in with 8 other POWs that are Americans, and everybody's wounded. And in that group of 8 other POWs, wouldn't you know it, one of them is Joe Anello, and he is jacked up. He's been shot in the legs. He's been hit with a grenade. He is not doing good. He can't even walk on his own. Hershey, even though he's also jacked up, starts giving first aid to all the other men the best he can with what little he has. And then after a while, the interpreter, the Chinese guy that for some reason speaks perfect English, comes back up and says, hey, here's the deal. We don't have enough prisoners to send you guys back to an actual POW camp yet, so you're just gonna follow our infantry until we capture more prisoners, and then once we have enough, we'll send you marching back to a POW camp in North Korea. So they do what they're told. It's the only thing they can do. They get up and they start following this enemy infantry battalion as they try to penetrate further into American territory. The problem is Joe Anello, his best friend, can't walk. So Hershey carries him for 10 miles. Obviously, carrying another grown man for 10 miles is a task in that of itself, but doing it with a leg wound you also have is virtually impossible, and as much as Hershey tries, he just can't manage to keep up with the rest of the formation, and then eventually the interpreter comes back and tells him, leave him where he's at or I'm gonna shoot both of you. And before Hershey can even think to decide what he's gonna do in this situation, is he gonna try to fight and save his buddy against a whole infantry battalion? Is he gonna leave him? Is he gonna argue with him and wind up getting both of them shot? And before he can make a decision, Joe looks at Hershey and says, it's fine, leave me. You did everything you could. And Hershey is forced to leave his best friend to die. From here, Hershey is in the rear following this enemy infantry unit as they conduct combat operations for 2 weeks straight until they gain enough POWs to transfer him to a different unit and have him shipped to a POW camp. And during that 2 weeks, they do not feed him or render any medical aid whatsoever. After that 2 weeks, they finally get enough POWs that they are going to hand them off to a different unit and march them 400 miles further into North Korea, where there will be a POW camp. The officer that they're handed off to also speaks English, and he makes sure that each one of the POWs gets this sack that basically looks like a big tube sock, and inside that sack is rice and ground up barley that they unaffectionately nicknamed bug dust, and the officer informs them that this will be your weekly rations. You will have 1 tube sock of bug bug dust every week. Here's what you're supposed to do with it. You're supposed to take a big mouthful of bug dust, rinse it down with water, and it'll expand in your stomach and make you feel full. And that's all they have to eat for the next 30 days on their 400-mile forced march through the Korean winter up and down the hilly terrains of North Korea. And that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that they're not going to give them any actual fresh water, so they just have to get water from puddles, streams, whatever water they can find along the way. And all Hershey can think about is how he was told ad nauseum, whatever you do not just drink the water in North Korea, because in this part of the world, they use human feces for fertilizer, so you're effectively drinking human shit. You will get dysentery and you will probably die. But Hershey doesn't really have a lot of options, so that's what he does. After a month of forced marching, eating bug dust, they make it to their POW camp, which is basically a small village in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, North Korea. And Hershey and 9 other POWs are assigned to a 9-foot by 10-foot hut where they're going to be living. Nothing in it, dirt floor, just 10 dudes in a 9-foot by 10-foot hut sleeping head to foot, shoulder to shoulder the entire time. Around this time, Hershey and pretty much everybody else has still not received any medical aid, and he becomes very aware that he's not gonna receive any medical aid, so he acquires salt and rubs that into his leg wounds to try to prevent it from getting infected. Luckily, that works, and then they kind of get thrown into their POW life routine, and that routine is to wake up every morning for breakfast. They get a cup, like a literal one measured cup of soy milk for their breakfast, and then they are force marched out to where there's a bunch of trees and forced to cut down trees for firewood. After they cut down enough firewood for the day, they're marched back, and then they have to sit there and listen to propaganda and brainwashing as the Koreans and Chinese guys force them to read communist pamphlets and material, and then force them to sit around in a group like it's an AA meeting and talk about how horrific capitalism is and how bad America is and how this is clearly the better way of life, which is a bold strategy when you have somebody sleeping in a hut with 10 other dudes head to foot, shoulder to shoulder, while you're actively starving them to death, being like, you see how much your way of life fucking sucks back where you had a house and a car and a wife and kids and food? Yeah, this is way better.
The flavor of Caesar salad.
Obviously, Hershey and pretty much everybody else just isn't buying it, but they have to sit there and nod and be like, yeah, no, definitely, this is awesome. Also, don't shoot me. And that is his daily life routine for the next 26 months straight. 2 fucking years he goes through this bullshit. And then one day, a bunch of trucks pull up to the POW camp, and they're like, get your ass on the trucks. And they're like, well, this is it. And all he can think about is like World War II, like, you know, Nazi death trains, like they're sending him off to the kill camp. Game over. But I mean, really, what are you going to do? You want to get shot here now, or you want to get shot at whatever the fuck they got going on at the other end of this truck? So he gets on the truck. They're on the truck for days and days. And then eventually the trucks drive them to a place called Punjang, also known today as the Freedom Village, which is basically the dividing line between North and South Korea. The Korean War is over, and this is where the Americans and the North Koreans exchange prisoners. They get off the truck, they get handed off to the Americans take them, they get them a shower, scrub the shit out of them, trying to get all the lice and infection and nasty shit off of them. They give them food, medical attention, and then they get all the POWs into a barracks, and for the first time in 2 years, he gets to lay down on a bed. And as everybody's laying on these beds trying to come to grips with reality that, you know, holy shit, I made it. This isn't a dream. I'm actually gonna make it back home to America. An officer walks in and calls Hiroshi Miyamura by name and tells him that the general wants to speak with him. At this point, Hershey's shitting his pants. He's thinking he's in trouble. Whatever happened with his men, whatever happened back on the hill 2 years ago, like, he's gonna get in trouble for it. Now he's gonna go to an American jail. At least it'll be better than a North Korean jail, but you know, this still sucks. He's wearing pajamas and slippers because that's all the army gave him, and he walks into this general's office. Also worth mentioning, he's 5'10". He is my height, and he weighs 90 pounds. He has been so thoroughly starved. So 90-pound, 5'10" Hershey walks into the general's office in pajamas, thinking he's about to get thrown in jail. The general of the 3rd Infantry Division then stands up, shakes his hand, and congratulates him, telling him that not only was he promoted while he was in a prisoner camp, he's also being awarded the Medal of Honor. Technically, he's already received the Medal of Honor. It's done, it's set in stone, it's been approved, because the last time his men saw him, they told the chain of command that he was engaging overwhelming odds by himself so that they could escape. And when they went back to do the investigation, they found 40 to 50 dead enemies, all credited to Hershey, 10 of which were killed by bayonet. So technically, on paper, Hershey had already been awarded the Medal of Honor over a year ago, but they never recovered his body, so there was still a small chance that he was alive. So the American government issued the Medal of Honor, but classified classified it as top secret because they didn't want it to go out to the public, because if the Chinese communists found out that this badass dude named Hershey had killed 50 of their guys by himself, they probably would have killed him in his captivity, so it was classified. Hershey's shocked. I mean, he's happy, but he's shocked. He doesn't feel like he deserves.
That makes a lot of good sense why they kept it a secret. That was not what I was expecting. I was expecting to be some other reason, but that's a big brain strat. That makes a lot of sense.
Deserves a Medal of Honor. In his own words, he was just doing his duty. He didn't think he did anything special. From here, his family's notified that he survived and he's going to make it home. He's then rushed back to America on a ship, and it is arranged for him to be the first one to walk down the gangplank of the ship to a crowd of cheering people and his family. He gets formally awarded the Medal of Honor by President Eisenhower. He goes back home to Gallup, New Mexico. They throw a parade. He's a local hero. He finds out that his own town, the same town that was awesome enough to demand the U.S. government not throw his family in an internment camp, also raised over $3,800 in the 1950s to give to him to help start his life back up after being in captivity for over 2 years. And from here, he just gets to go back to a normal life. He applies for a job at the local army depot. They never get back to him, so he takes a job working at an auto parts store in Gallup, New Mexico. And that's it. He gets to live happily ever after. He's back with Terry. His dad's still around. They end up having 3 kids together. He's raising the kids. He's achieved the American dream, the same American dream that he fought for. But then something amazing happens, because 5 years later, 7 years after he had been captured on the battlefield, he's at the auto parts store stocking a shelf, and he turns around and comes eye to eye with Joe Anello. And he turns paper white and just says, "You're dead." And Joe says, "No, I'm not. Thanks to you." And he then tells Hershey that he survived in the wilderness right where Hershey was forced to leave him for 10 days until American forces came back and found him. And he survived. Joe and Hershey then remained best friends for the rest of their lives, and everybody actually got to live happily ever after for once. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch, maybe drink some Echelon. Links for all that's over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang, out. The coolest part for me with these videos is that I've done so many now, I'm really starting to see a lot of overlap in them. Like, it's really cool to know so much about the Chosin Reservoir and about the 442nd Infantry Division, and then I learn about somebody incredible like Hiroshi Miyamura, and he just has these cool cameos throughout these major events in histories. Like, he's got a cameo with one of the coolest units in American history, and then he's got a cameo with one of the greatest battles the Marine Corps ever fought, and then he rises and has his moment in history, and I don't know. That's just the cool part to me, the overlap. See you guys later.
History's funky like that. That was really enlightening. I really liked that one. That was neat. Although I'm actually really happy that the guy who he had to leave behind, whose name is not escaping me, you know, I just heard like 5 seconds ago. I'm really happy to know that he lived and that he did not actually die. It really makes my day. Definitely a better reason. Yeah. Like, I think it's like, I wasn't exactly sure why I thought it would be been classified. But with that additional context of them not wanting them to know that this is the guy responsible for slaughtering a whole ton of your guys, and I can see why they wouldn't want to announce that, because I definitely would have got him murked 100%. Yeah, I'm terrible with names. Especially when they're only mentioned like a couple times. Alright. Okay. And I believe Kentucky Ballistics also uploaded a video today as well. Do I have coffee? No, I do not. I'll have to make coffee. How long is this next video? About 25 minutes. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna get the coffee made started, and then we can dive into this video. Although, while I do this, I'm curious. Is there, out of all the different, like, historical figures across the, because I know, like, because there's a lot. They've done a lot of amazing things. I'm curious. If you were able to go back and go in time to go speak with any of them, who would it be? Okay, McNasty sounds familiar, but I cannot think of who that is. Theodore Roosevelt? Yeah, he would definitely be an interesting one to talk to. Definitely. See, I think I'd like to talk to, I think I would want to talk to, I'd say probably Benjamin Franklin. Or probably, mm, I'd also love to talk to, if I could, Sacagawea. You watched the video on McNasty. I mean, that's probably why the name sounds familiar, but I do not remember who that is, unfortunately. Jake McNasty McNeese of the 3013. I'm gonna need to rewatch that one on my downtime. He was only 42. Theodore Roosevelt actually still the youngest American president? Mm-hmm. Is he? For some reason, I thought he was older. Okay. Got the coffee brewing now. Okay. Yeah. Theodore Roosevelt would definitely be an interesting one. Wait. This might be my brain being dumb, but wasn't the fucking teddy bear named after fucking Roosevelt? Or is that my brain's wishful thinking? Pretty sure. Also, look on Thundersphere. Yeah, I thought so too, but I can't always be sure. Alright. His name after old Teddy since he was big on conservation. That makes a lot of sense. Alright. How bulletproof is a helicopter? Do I want to know how he got his hands on one of these? Do I want to know? I think he was behind some of the national parks, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how many of them, though. But I think he was part of the reason why we have so many. I would love to go see Yellowstone. And I would definitely love to see some of the other parks. Because I feel like just be all overall, this would be a great trip. Ulysses Grant signed Yellowstone into law. Five parks and 18 national monuments. Jesus. All I know is I'm extremely looking forward to going to the Grand Canyon in September. I'm looking forward to that. Alright. Let's get this video started.
Oh, hey! I'm gonna blast that windshield. Oh! 50 BMG. 277 Furious. 4570 Auto. Right there. What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and the day has finally come. Today, we are going to destroy this helicopter.
How the fuck do you get your hands on a helicopter? Scott is definitely not sane. I mean, are any of us sane though? Like, I mean, really. Government surplus auctions? I mean, yes, but also just knows a guy. Yeah, probably. Because, like, I'm going to assume they don't just let anybody bid on, take a fucking helicopter, you know? It's like, I'm not surprised that he is able to get his hands on one. That part doesn't surprise me. I wasn't expecting him to actually, to just open a video one of these days and it's just helicopter. granted, I was like, we've seen a couple videos of involving helicopters and some of like how they're designed, how much they can endure, and certain design aspects of them. But still, not bought. He believes heavily in steel. GS Auctions, Gov.gov has a Cessna on auction right now. What the fuck? That's kind of cool. That's like super fucking cool. Holy shit.
For the entire month of March, we have been doing pre-sales on my book, Boom Pow, I'm Braver Now, and it will be available this week. They will start shipping out April 9th and available for purchase April 9th. And if you want to check it out, there's a link in the description down below that will take you to bravernowbook.com, and the first 100 books we sell on April 9th, you will receive a limited edition sticker with the book. But
that's 2 days from now.
now for the really cool part. A portion of every book sold goes to the Parker Project to help families whose children are fighting cancer. And for the entire month of March, we have had a big goal. We had a family picked out that we were trying to pay their rent for an entire year. And guess what? We did it! Up until this point, I've been kind of vague about who it was we were supporting, but now that we have hit our goal, I want to introduce you to Madeline. Madeline has been battling brain cancer for a little while now, and that I know of, she is still undergoing treatments, and once she's done with her treatments, she's gonna have a long recovery. As you can imagine, this has been an emotional and a financial strain on their family, but you guys are awesome, and we've hit our goal, and now they are gonna have their rent paid for an entire year. I am so excited and pleased that we hit our goal, and a deal is a deal. I said if we hit our goal, we would destroy this helicopter. By golly, that's what we're going to do today. So let's go get set up and get started. So today I have a wide selection of firearms and weapons to destroy this helicopter with. But instead of going from small to big or big to small, today we are going to spin the wheel and see what we're going to shoot it with first. So here we go. I probably should have spun that a little slower. Be here all day. Oh, what's it going to be? We're starting out with 10 millimeter. So my goal today is just to punch as many holes through this helicopter as possible and see how bulletproof or not bulletproof a helicopter really is. And here in the front seat, we have a Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie torso. And you'll notice that he's already kind of green and busted up, and that's not duct tape around his belly. That's definitely a seatbelt. And that's because he has already starred in another video, an upcoming video that you have not seen yet. But he's still alive and well and willing to participate in today's video. And again, we are going to start out with 10 millimeter. This is my Keeling Customs Glock 20 with a 16-inch barrel, and I'm loaded up with 5 rounds of 10 mil, 180 grain jacketed hollow points. Okie dokie, I'm going to start from the tail and work my way up. Here we go. Oh, there was, I thought I put 5 in there. Stand by. Okay, 2 more rounds. Here we go. Let's go check it out. All right, we've got a hit right here, and we've got one here, and we've got one. I'm not really sure if that's a hit or not. That may have been there before. I'm not sure. Not sure if I shot this door. Definitely shot this door. And I believe we nicked Mr. Oh no, actually, he got hit right in the arm. Right there. And the door, it stopped that round just enough to where you can see it did not go very far into him. It's just kind of right there in his arm. So it did make it through the helicopter, but I think you would have been okay. Now let's check out the other side. We definitely made it through this side. And there's a hole here too. And a hole here. So I think we had like some shrapnel or something. And then, oh yeah, we made it all the way through this side. Hole all the way through this side and a hole here. So 10 mil went all the way through this helicopter all 5 times. What's next? The suspense is killing me. 300 Win Mag. For our 300 Win Mag, we have a Nemo Nightmare 300 Win Mag. This little guy here is a fire-breathing dragon, and we have 3 rounds of 175 grain 300 Win Mag. Here we go. Oh no!
You just got jammed.
I think I hit him. Looks like we had a hit right here. We've got one right here, and we had one right through the glass again. Let's have a look on the inside here. Oh my gosh, look at this. That is some damage right here on this pillar here. That is wild. Is that from that one shot? It is. So this is crazy. So it's hit the helicopter and then it broke up into a bunch of pieces and just did all kinds of damage. And then we went through the glass on this one, and as you can see, we hit Mr. Zombie, I believe right there, and that is no bueno. I do not believe we made it through the zombie because I don't see any new holes through this door. There are new holes here. This is wild. There's a new hole, there's a new hole, new hole, new hole, new hole. That's all from that one round hitting and just breaking up. And then we have a big hole right here. Let's give this just a little spin. Oh, wild. Well, when we land on wild, that means I get to pick a gun that's not actually on this wheel, so I'm very excited to have landed on that. For this wild selection, I have a 37mm pistol, and this is a 37mm animal control.
That's fucking huge. Why would you need a round that big? Like, why? That's like the size of my wrist, seemingly. At least the outside of it anyway. I think it's fucking huge. Animal control 37mm. Like, that's fucking huge. Like, holy shit. Stopping a thief? I mean, maybe? Cup check with that. Jesus. That's fucking insane. Just holy fuck. It would definitely stop a thief. 100% it would stop a thief. For sure. For sure. My headphones go the other way.
Flashbang round. And I'm going to launch it right through that little hole in the...
You good, buddy?
I don't guess I ever cleaned this thing after I shot it last. Anyways, we're gonna get this thing loaded up. We're gonna blast it right through that little hole. All right, here we go. Oh, oh, it is smoky in there. Here we go.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, let's open this up. Shoo, take a look in there. That's
a lot of smoke.
Very smoky. I would say that if you were in there and that went off, you'd be pretty disoriented. That's a tight little space for that flashbang to go off. Zombie looks okay though. That was actually pretty intense. The whole helicopter swelled when that went off. Up next is gonna be 50 AE. For our 50 AE, we have a Magnum Research Desert Eagle suppressed, and I'm loaded up with 2 rounds of 440 grain subsonic rounds. Here we go. I'm gonna go for the windshield first. Now I'm gonna go for Mr. Zombie. Mr. Zombie.
Oh, definitely pierced.
So it looks like we have a new hit right here in the door, and we have one here on the windshield, and the windshield did not shatter. just kind of went right through it. Looks like we went through the other side, and I believe I missed Mr. Zombie here. Yeah, I think I got, well, yep. I think I went right behind him. See right there, we went right behind him, hit the helicopter, and I don't think we made it through the other side. We actually have quite a big exit hole right here. Looks like that round probably tumbled or something. Next is going to be 277 Fury. This is the SIG Spear chambered in 277 Fury, and I'm loaded up with, I think, about 10 rounds of 113 grain full metal jackets. Let's let it rip. Here we go.
The fact that even now a gun as powerful as a Desert Eagle can be suppressed now is mind-boggling. However, the DE getting even compact 9mm variants, having options isn't so bad. I mean, I really wouldn't know because I'm not really that knowledgeable on guns because, like, I'm fascinated by them, by firearms and whatnot, but, like, I'm not allowed to fuck with them, really. So, I still think it would be fun to, like, go to a range sometime and, like, actually try firing some, but it is really interesting, though.
I like this.
I guess I'm dropping a 50-page book.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really sure where I hit. I shot all over the place because I thought it'd be fun. It does not look like I hit the zombie. I hit there and I hit there. Both of those rounds, oh no, wait a second. That one right there, that may have got him actually. Let's see. Oh yeah, oh no. Yeah, we got a hit right here and got a little bit of splatter on the door over there. So I'm gonna say that definitely was not good for him. Let's have a look on the other side. Yes, oh yeah, there's all kinds of new holes. There's one there, and there's one there. There's one there, there. Whoa, that one kind of tumbled. Check that out, came out kind of sideways. So I'm gonna say 277 Fury will definitely rip through a helicopter and also the zombie flying it. Gonna give it just a little one. Oh, wild again. For 10 gauge, I have a single shot H&R 10 gauge shotgun topped off with the world's only JK Armament 10 gauge suppressor. Let's start out with some bird shot. I'm gonna blast that windshield. Oh, that windshield. I've been waiting to do that all day. Oh no. Come on, baby. Oh, we are jammed up.
You just got jammed.
Now, how about some 10 gauge buckshot? Let's blast the other window. Oh, the other window. And, you know, let's do one more. I'm aiming for Mr. Zombie, though. We definitely hit him. Zombie, though. So, obviously, here, we busted through the windshield, and it looks like it's not very tough. It's actually kind of brittle. And then we made it through, we made it through the glass here. And, yikes. Ooh. He got blasted all up in the side of his neck. You know how that feels. And we blasted through this one and we went through the other side. Let's go have a look. I'm curious about Mr. Zombie here. Oh. Yeah. Looks like a few of those made it all the way through. We definitely made it through this side with the buckshot. Next is going to be 50 BMG. Don't mind if I do. Our 50 BMG for today is a Barrett 50 BMG, and I'm going to be loaded up with 10 rounds of 50 BMG full metal jackets. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, here we go. America.
Rip the zombie.
Well, let's have a little look-see, shall we? I'm thinking that it's probably going to be pretty bad in here because I can't see the zombie anymore. We have quite a few large holes. Let's open it up. I'm gonna let you look first. I haven't even looked. What's that look like? This? Oh my! Oh no! Look at this. This is so bad. Look at. It's all the way in there. It's every.
I think we lost him, Chief. I think he's dead. I think he's gone.
Everywhere. The whole place is painted heap. I don't think the zombie's any. He's not with us anymore. I don't think so. Let's go look on the other side. See what kind of holes we put in this thing. Oh yikes! Oh my goodness! Look at this. Look at all this damage. That is insane. Holy cow! Wow. Okay. Actually, will this open? Yes, it will open. Oh. Right here we can get a better look at the zombie, and you can see his ribs are sticking out and all kinds of stuff. He definitely got hit. And I'll be sorry, I didn't mean to hit your head there. I really don't know where we go from here, you know, because that was pretty intense and pretty eventful. But I guess we'll spin the wheel again anyways. See my.
His head in the passenger seat, his ass is in the driver's seat, and his guts are in both floorboards. Whew, that's some shit.
Oh, his head's falling off. No. Nope. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, that doesn't go that way. Like that. Yep. Hold on. I can move your face. Hold on. Let's just get rid of this. It's got a little shrapnel in there. Hold on a second. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you don't need any of that. And we can just kind of set you up like that. Oh, there we go. Look at that. You look great. You look just like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. You look so cool. That. I don't want that. No.
Guys, if I can do no words right.
Hey, you're recording. Hey, let's spin it. Total chance. I wasn't trying to get exactly what I wanted or anything.
Right.
Oh, look at that. Wild again. Oh. Up next, we're going to see what would happen if we hit this helicopter with a crossbow. This is a 10-point Viper S400, and I have 100 grain broadheads. Okay. I'm not really sure where to aim, honestly, so let's go about right here. That was pretty cool. Let's go about right here.
Oh.
All right. Looks like we hit right here in the door, and yep, looks like we went clean through the door. Went through there and just missed our handle. And we are sticking out the other side of the helicopter. We did not hit what's left of Mr. Zombie. That almost went all the way through. Oh, boy, it tore it up, didn't it? Look at that. Broke the broadhead. So what I'm learning today is these helicopters aren't made of much, but they do a pretty good job at breaking up bullets and also crossbow bolts. Okay, it's for real. It's for real. 44 mag. I want one more. 45 ACP and 44 mag. So up next, we will be shooting 44 Magnum and 45 ACP. For the 44 Magnum, I have a Taurus Raging Hunter, and I'll be loaded up with 6 rounds of Black Talon 44 Magnum. And for the 45 ACP, I have an APF Dueler. It is a double barrel 1911, so I have 12 rounds total of 45 ACP. All right, here we go.
You just got jammed.
Oh no!
Not having great luck with the guns not just.
Oh no! Ah!
You just got jammed.
Had a little bit of a malfunction with the Dueler, but that's okay. Let's check it out. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really sure where I hit. I was just letting it rip, you know? So we got new holes here. I don't think I ever hit the zombie torso. And yeah, we definitely have new holes. Here's a big new hole, and we got a big new hole there. Got a big new hole there. We're really chewing this thing up. I'm excited for our next spin. Time for a big spin this time. Wild! This wild selection is a Phoenix Weaponry 4570 Auto. This is a semi-automatic 4570 AR platform, and it's an absolute beast. I have not broke this thing out in years, and this is what it fires. The 4570 auto, that's a 250 grain round, screaming at 2,750 feet per second. Oh, here we go. Tell you what, I'm gonna get up real close for this last shot. This should be entertaining. Here we go. Hey, can you bring me another round? Here we go.
I think you just do. Oh, hold on. That fire. It was.
Let's get about right there. Oh! Oh! I think I hit it.
Fucking hell.
Let's get about right there. Oh! Alrighty, well, you know, I put
now.
several holes back here, and actually, I am curious to see if that went all the way through. That's a thicker part of the helicopter. What I'm most interested in is that last shot. So let's have a look here. I do want to point out real quick, up here you kind of have like a little skylight, and it's like plexiglass. That thing exploded with so much force that chunks of the skull blew through the top and went out of the helicopter. Never seen that before. And yeah, let's have a little look in here. That's ooh, yep, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Wait a second. It's jaw. Well, let's look on the other side here. Yeah. Whew, this is bad. Now, I hit up here. Yeah, okay. So we did make it through. But if you look inside here, you can see there's a lot more meat inside this section of the helicopter. And we still managed to blow all the way through this thing.
Damn.
This is going to be good. Okay, well, for our final test, we're going to see if this thing can fly, or at least fall.
Definitely not a good time. Helicopter landing be like. I love all the different camera angles for this.
So what I just learned was no matter what firearm you have, you're not going to be able to damage a helicopter as much as gravity can. That was really cool. I'll be honest, when it was falling, from my point of view, it looked like it was falling in slow motion. It seemed like it took it forever to hit the ground, and when it did, this thing crumbled. I mean, look at this. What in the world? These wings or propellers, those are wood. What? I got ripped off. Have a look inside here. Look at this. Oh.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%.
I guess you come around this side, you can really see the wreckage on this thing. I mean, it just crumbled. This whole helicopter just collapsed. That is nuts. The whole roof caved in from the sheer weight
of this thing falling down. And now I kind of have a little more perspective about helicopter crashes. That is terrifying. This thing is messed up. The doors just like
smoking.
fell off. The front door, it's hanging on by a thread. I gotta admit, this is the most fun I've had shooting anything and the most fun I've had dropping something from the crane. And I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. Please give this video a like and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't ever miss out on future awesome content. Also, if you want to pick up a nifty Kentucky Ballistics t-shirt, there's a link in the description down below. And again, a big thank you to everybody who bought the book and got us to this goal so we could destroy this helicopter and help out Madeline's family and pay their rent for an entire year. And don't forget, the book is live this week. If you want to pick one up, link in the description down below. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time.
Yeah, that's fair. True, I mean, I don't think he says what kind of helicopter it is. I don't think he said. Yeah, he didn't say what kind it is. But that is, that's quite the, I don't got much for that. Like, I knew there'd be a lot of, like, explosions, which I appreciated, but I wasn't, I wasn't ready for that full scale. Like, I wasn't expecting that we were gonna see him just take a fucking crane and drop the damn thing. Like, I didn't think that was gonna happen. I think it was pretty neat to watch. Yeah, it also makes me wonder, like, what kind of fucking camera he was using and how he reinforced it to, like, especially from that shot from beneath, because holy, that camera took a I wonder how he did that. Because I would be stressing if I had expensive ass cameras and I was doing shit like that. I'd be stressing so fucking hard. Okay, let me clear out my video queue here so we just watch these two videos. Where's Black Ranger? Halo's not till 8, so I don't have him in my hair for the time being. I think they'll probably give him probably like a half hour, he might show up, but I'm guessing a GoPro. I mean, like, I've never really used anything like a GoPro. Like, I've only used, like, basic-ass webcams or, what is it? Or I would just use my phone camera. I've never really used anything fancy. Must be fighting monsters with the other Power Rangers. Like, I'm pretty sure he got off work, but because I know originally we did Halo at like at 7, but then he was still like too wound up or tired from work or whatever. which is why he wanted to start doing them at 8. Which, you know what, fair game. Okay, let's see. We still got like an hour and a half-ish. I already had dinner, so I don't have to worry about that. What else can we pull up here? We'll go watch the Mario movie. I've heard mixed things about the Mario movie. I know one of my good buddies really liked it. I've also heard from the other side that some haven't cared for it. So I hope you enjoy it. I really don't expect anything really from a movie, you know, it's generally marketed and towards kids. You know, I don't expect much for it. I will get that hydrate here. Where's my watermelon? There's my watermelon swirl. Which, 10% off if you make Coke shot at me, 10 for advanced PG. You have really amazing hydration flavors and whatnot. Yeah, I didn't even intentionally cue that. That was funny as hell. Swiping your sister's popcorn. Hell yeah. See, I'm not the biggest fan of popcorn. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the stuff, but I do not like how it gets stuck in teeth. Is my main issue with popcorn.
I'm in danger!
No, not the danger. No. It's when you buy a candy, it's gone in a flash. You know what? What's everybody's favorite movie theater candy? Sound off. Monitor, don't do that. Like, I know I get a whole, I'll get some, like, Mike and Ike's. I'll sometimes get popcorn, but I don't like to get a, popcorn and me just don't get along very well. Butterfingers, popcorn. Nice. Like, I like popcorn, I can't stand it when it gets stuck between teeth. I can't stand it. Butterfingers, I don't mind Butterfingers, but I do find them something I have to be in the mood for. Emergency toothpicks. I mean, I always have a set of toothpicks on me, but just not a fan. I say that, but cheddar popcorn will be the bane of my existence because I love that shit too much. Like, don't get me wrong, butter popcorn's alright, but you put a little like cheddar dust on fucking popcorn. So good. If only I snuck in Little Caesars. I mean, you know those little mini pizza things that Little Caesar has? I don't know what they're called, but they're like the size of your palm. I've snuck those into a fucking movie theater. Sometimes nachos if you want something not sweet. Well, I mean, I didn't really like really sweet things to begin with. I'm more of a savory or salty person. Like, yeah, I like sweet things once in a while, but 90% of the time I buy something to snack on, it's not gonna be sweet, it's gonna be something, it's gonna be something else. God, I haven't had nachos in so long. Haven't tried Swedish fish. Swedish fish are alright. Not the... I like them a lot, but they are a candy I cannot have a lot of because of, if I eat, because I will eat the entire bag before I realize it, and then I'm screwed. Let's see, what else do we got? You know what? Just because there is another Kentucky Ballistics video on my home screen, we're gonna grab it. Because we really haven't watched a lot of Kentucky Ballistics lately. Hey, I didn't say you could start playing yet. Like, the serving size isn't the entire pack. See, that's my logic. Because clearly, if I was not supposed to eat the entire thing, it clearly should have came in a smaller bag. Clearly. Alright. Like, I got one of those, variety packages of, like, snacks so I could put them in my work lunches. And I opened the box of them earlier, and I looked at it, this little bag of, like, mini Oreos, and it makes me very sad. Because it's like, I want more than what's in here. And it makes me very sad because I like Oreos. I like fucking Reese's Ritz Bits, or whatever the heck they're called. The little mini Ritz things with like the peanut butter stuff. I can't remember what they're called right now. If only lasagna was an option at theaters. So, there was a theater I think it was in Brooklyn, where I went with my ex at one point. And they ended up serving alcohol and some other stuff as part of the experience. It was really interesting. Though I don't think they have lasagna, but it was a very interesting experience to have alcohol and food and like a hamburger and shit at a movie theater. It was really weird. And it was a great experience, but not what I expected, you know? Stop beeping, I'll change the battery later. My smoke alarm is beeping at me. Let's get a step ladder. Yeah, you've been hearing this little like it's either my smoke alarm or it's the carbon monoxide one, but I think it's the smoke alarm because it's louder, which is upstairs. And it's like, yeah, I need a new battery, and you need an 8-foot ladder. I mean, it's probably what? Hold on. Hold on. Let me just... Okay, I might need a little more than a step ladder. I don't think an 8-foot ladder is going to be necessary. And because I'm just going to say that because if I was to put an 8-foot ladder there, it would not be balanced. It would not be well situated, any good spot to put it. For me to step onto said ladder, to lift the lid and change the battery on. Did I go for the WWE ladder? I mean, I could, but with how short I am, would an 8-foot ladder even help? Well, I mean, considering that the floor to the ceiling is probably like 10, an 8-foot ladder would be plenty. Now, this could be inconvenient as hell to bring it upstairs. But would it be useful? Yeah. I mean, it's not like I'm living in a mansion where, you know, the ceilings could be who the fuck knows how tall. I could never live in a mansion. I could never. That should be lonely as hell. Mini crane in the hallway. I mean, that sounds fun, but I'd be too tempted to do other shit with it. So we could definitely not use a mini crane. Hey, welcome in, King and Echoes. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, definitely no crane. No cranes in the hallway. I cannot be trusted. Because honestly, I could hear it now, me getting annoyed at my neighbor, and I'm just gonna use it, just bang on the wall to make him quiet down. Because holy shit, my neighbor's just fucking loud. Alright, Thunderspear, I hope you have a good day at work. Fucking hell. About an hour before Halo, so I think maybe a Kentucky Ballistics video, and then maybe a Uncle Roger video, and then set up for Halo. We're doing good, King and Echoes. We're doing good. I just did a 30-minute brisk walk trying to lose weight for a Master Chief cosplay. Hell yeah! I fucking love Halo cosplays. Honestly, I just want to lose some, like, did not mean to tap that. Oh, okay, you hit third aim. Okay, I thought I tapped something like an idiot. But, you fucking jump scared me with that because no one's fucking used that until now. But, about cosplay. Yeah, I was. Like, honestly, I just want to loosen, like, fat on my legs so I can wear my, my thigh-high boots again. You found an electronic kit for a working ammo counter from Halo? Say what? That sounds cool as hell. I would never be comfortable enough for Halo or to wear cosplay. I'm too uncomfortable in my skin. I could not do it. All right, AJ, let me know how the movie is. Nice, nice. No, opening this package of mini Oreos probably was not a good idea while I had a full cup of coffee. Fuck it, we will. Alright. So, Type the Ballistics video, Uncle Roger video, and then I'll get set up for Halo. Nothing wrong with that. I think cosplay is something that everybody should be able to do. Like, yeah, some shit's really fucking expensive to do. I'm not gonna deny that. Like, I was scrolling Instagram earlier while my internet was out on my phone, and this guy made a Spartan armor out of those little beads that like you can melt with that you use an iron to melt them together. And he just made his entire Spartan armor out of those. It was really fucking impressive. As I scrolled past it, I was like, wait a minute. As I scrolled back up to look at it, I was like, ooh. I respect the hell out of that. And the thing is, like, I know from a distance, you would not be able to tell. It was just those little, like, plastic things from a distance. You would not be really able to tell until you got up close, until you got closer to see it. Alright. Medieval projectiles versus modern armor. How lethal was the medieval handgun? I'm not sure how that's actually pronounced. Sound check.
Oh my gosh! Ah! Okay.
That's like a mini flamethrower. Or a torch. What the f-
Oh! Oh my gosh! That was wild!
So.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and this is Ye Old Boomstick. This is basically one of the first handguns ever made and was used in medieval times around the 1400s and 1500s. This is basically about as crude as it gets when it comes to a firearm. It is a barrel on a stick, basically, runs on black powder, and then you have a rope-style fuse here that you just touch to this little breech and will ignite your shot. After your one shot goes off, that's pretty much it. And then you just have a big club with a spike on the end of it. When I first filmed with Ye Old Boomstick, I was using 8-bore 900 grain lead balls, but that's not really an accurate representation of what they were using in medieval times. But this is basically a medieval bolt for your medieval handgun. It is a wood bolt with fins and then topped off with an iron pointy tip. And if you ask me, this is a little more intimidating than a lead ball. We have several different types here, and these are actually time period correct. These are hand-forged iron tips.
Okay, I respect the hell out of going through the effort to try and get these.
That are replicas from medieval sites in Denmark. And today we're gonna put them to the test. Will a medieval handgun and a medieval projectile defeat modern armor? Well, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty darn excited to find out. So let's go get set up and get started. The only thing I hate worse than spam is spam. But thankfully there's companies out there like today's sponsor, Aura, and they clobber spam. You know, there's companies out there called data brokers, and they make billions.
Well, it's funny. We just saw that entire chopper get destroyed. That's kind of funny.
Selling your information to marketers and scammers. But thankfully there's companies out there like Aura. Aura is an all-in-one digital security, and you may already have a digital security tool, but not having Aura is like owning a helicopter and having arachnophobia. With Aura, you're gonna get alerts if your personal info is found on the dark web. Real-time fraud.
Wait, did you say arachnophobia? Bruh. I'm pretty sure you're thinking of agoraphobia.
Alerts for credit and banking. 24/7 monitoring to help keep your identity secure. A secure VPN, antivirus, password manager, and more. Also, US-based support available around the clock in case something goes wrong. So how does it make you feel that these companies are out there making money off of your data? Huh? What are you gonna do about it? Well, I'll tell you what you could do about it. You could swing over to Aura.com/Kentucky, or you can click my link in the description down below. And when you do that, you're gonna get 14 days free, and during that 14 days, you will find out where your information has been exposed and sold. Again, a big thank you to Aura for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to it. Before we blast some body armor, I really want to know what these things are capable of. So, we have a 16-inch block of 10% clear ballistics gel made by Clear Ballistics, and we're going to try to hit it with one of our medieval projectiles, see what kind of damage we do. We are all loaded up and ready for our first shot, and I have to say, that is pretty gnarly looking. I definitely would not want that shot in my direction. We're gonna take a shot at this ballistics gel. I only have so many of these, so I'm gonna scoot up pretty close. Here we go. Oh!
Well.
Golly! That is stanky. Let's have a look at this. This is pretty darn impressive, if you ask me. That is wild. The fins got all wadded up inside the gel. We made it all the way through the block.
Jesus.
That is crazy. That's crazy. Pretty impressed with those medieval projectiles. Let's see if I can even get that out of there. That's gonna be kind of difficult. Oh man, I can taste all of the whatever comes out of the end of that thing. See if I can just pull it out of here. Oh, there's no way.
I guess this plow game's not that strong.
There's no way. Those fins put a pretty good slit in this, so I bet I can just pull a Captain America with a log here and just kind of, oh yeah, yeah, there we go. We're getting there. Maybe I can push it through now. There we go.
I mean, what?
There you have it, folks. That is pretty impressive. I figured that this would have sliced through the whole block, but it made it about halfway before these little things got wadded up. But that's pretty impressive. Pretty darn impressive if you ask me. Let's move on to some body armor, shall we? We are loaded up with yet another medieval projectile, which is very, very pointy, and we've already seen what it can do to the gel. But now we have some premier body armor. This is soft armor, and it's level 3A, so it's rated up to 44 Magnum. I have a 5-gallon water jug behind it, or inside it, and now we're gonna see what would happen if a medieval time traveler made it to 2026. Okay, I'm gonna try to actually aim this thing. Ah, I think I hit it. I just nicked it. It's one thing about black powder. So you get this big old cloud. You don't even know if you hit them yet until the cloud clears, you know. Just nicked it. That is pretty gnarly. So this is armor. There is no like cloth through there. The actual armor is there. And we made it through it. We went through both sides. Now we did miss the 5-gallon water jug, so that would affect it. But my goodness, that's pretty stout. Holy cow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get loaded up. Oh, we broke it.
Watching it kind of reminds me of the few times I've played Civilization Revolution on fucking Xbox 360. And how there are times where you could just... Sometimes where you have like a society be like farther in the like development or behind. And yet they could still just have times where they could just outdo the ones that were farther ahead. That's just what it reminds me of.
I don't think I've ever seen a piece of wood make it through body armor. Never had to pull wood out of body armor. That's tough. It's like gripping it so hard. Ugh.
I'm gonna hold the joke this time.
Well, if you did have one of these medieval bolts make it through your body armor, good luck getting it out. We are loaded up with another medieval bolt, and this one is pretty gnarly. If we made it through the body armor with that last one, I'm pretty sure this one's gonna do it too. All right, here we go.
Oh, jeez.
Golly.
Nah. Oh, fuck.
Oh, I tell you what, if there was a medieval time traveler with a ye old boomstick, I'd be a little worried. Let's have a look. We had a good hit right there on the front of the armor. Our little wings are all busted up, and we definitely made it through the first side of the armor. And holy cow, we made it through the back side as well. I have to say, I have been shooting body armor on this channel for a very long time, and it's pretty rare that you see something go through the front and the back, even with soft armor. This is level 3A armor. It is very tough, and that does not happen very often. This is actually pretty impressive. We're also a little bit on fire. We got a little bit of something from that gun that's burning, but wow, I'm gonna have a really hard time getting that out of there.
You're not.
I don't know
not
how
getting
to
that
get it out. The wood going through the body armor, which I've never messed with before, is especially grippy, and you just can't pull it out. I guess I'm just gonna have to break them off to actually get in there. Dude,
Designed for bullets, not
Dang.
wood.
That is nasty.
Ooh.
Let's see here. So not only would you be severely damaged from one of these
You'd be
bolts,
impaled
but
at
you'd also
least.
be stapled together. Oh, my goodness. The tip is completely unscathed. I mean, it is still perfectly good. We could use it again, minus the bolt. But getting that out of the body armor, that is the problem. There we go. Wow. Okay.
To be fair, I do not think the body armor was designed with intent to have wood being stuck in it.
I did not expect these to be that effective. I thought they were going to be pretty effective, but not this effective. I'm going to put this body armor back together, get a new 5-gallon water jug. We're going to try out another medieval projectile. So this next tip is rather interesting. It's not made for penetration, it's made for fire. So you would stuff this little cage with something flammable, and then you would shoot it and hope that it sticks into something that is flammable. I don't expect this to make it through the body armor, but I am curious to see if this thing stays lit after we fire it. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Ah! Okay. Here we go. Whew.
Oh, damn.
Oh my gosh! That was wild! I reviewed the slow-mo footage, and for one, that thing was moving so fast that it left the fire behind. I'm pretty sure the fire went out before it even got to the body armor. And then we kind of hit this kind of in a funny way. I believe that the bolt may have broken before we even made it over here, and that may be due to the extra weight that I had in the front of it. Maybe I should have used something a little more light for my kindling, or whatever you would call it, something lighter to stay on fire. So we hit this, we definitely did not penetrate it. Then the bolt exploded, and the tip is up here.
Somewhere.
There we go. It's not even in the burn, it's just laying there. So all of this is still intact, but that is pretty heavy, and it does appear that the tip broke off. So the flame did go out, and the bolt did break from the extra weight, but my flame transportation material is still all intact, and the tip, the actual cage, did not break. So we know now that we can defeat modern armor with our medieval handgun and medieval projectiles. But what about modern hard armor? This is a premier body armor, level 4 ceramic plate, and this thing has already been shot with a 277 Fury and ate it for lunch, but it still has a lot of life in it. So now we're gonna hit it with one of our medieval bolts and see what happens. I'm loaded up with another pointy medieval projectile. Let's see what happens when we hit that ceramic plate. Oh, I think I hit it.
Yeah, definitely hit it. I think tip broke off.
Oh yeah, we hit it all right. Look at that, man. So our projectile
Oh yeah, it
broke,
did break.
but my goodness, it still did more damage to that plate than I thought it would have.
Holy.
But we did not come anywhere near penetrating that plate. So soft armor is definitely vulnerable to medieval weaponry, but not hard armor. Up next, we're gonna swap back to the 8-bore 900 grain lead ball and see what kind of damage this does to modern soft armor. And just for reference, the powder load that is used for this ball is double what we were using for the medieval projectile, so it should be kicking pretty good. Whoa, we're gonna have to hang on to this one. Oh. This thing is a lot of fun. Let's have a look. Well, oh, here's where I hit, right there. So hit it, definitely did not penetrate it, and then it just spun it, and I guess the ball went somewhere over there. Actually, I stand corrected. It's literally just right here on the ground, and it's kind of smushed. So there's the back. That's all blackened from the black powder, and there's the front. You can see all the little fibers from the body armor that got smushed into it. So it did not do a whole lot to that body armor. The lead ball is probably producing more energy than the medieval projectiles, but it's definitely not penetrating like the medieval projectiles. There's one more thing I want to do today with my medieval handgun, but before we do, I want to tell you about my book, Boom Pow, I'm Braver Now, and the big cause behind it. If you have a little one in your life that needs a story about facing your fears and getting back up when life knocks you down, then you need to check out my book. Boom Pow, I'm Braver Now is a book inspired by my accident from 2021 and teaches you about getting back up when life knocks you down and facing your fears. And the best part about this book is the cause behind it. A portion of every book sold goes to the Parker Project to help families whose children are fighting cancer. And we have a specific family picked out and a big goal. We're trying to pay for their rent for an entire year, and if we hit that goal, we're gonna destroy my helicopter. There's two ways you can help us meet our goal. One, you can swing over to bravernowbook.com and pick up an awesome book, or if you want to donate to the family directly, there's a link in the description down below. It's a win-win-win if you ask me. You're getting an awesome book, you're helping an awesome cause, and you're gonna get to see a helicopter get destroyed. So for my last trick, or test, we're gonna see how far one of these will go. So I'm gonna just kind of point it upwards at a slight angle, and we're just gonna see what happens. It seems like a good idea, right? Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Get out of here. Okay, I am not really sure where that went. It went really high. I'm guessing it went this way. Let's check behind the berm real quick.
Oh boy.
See if we can figure out where it landed. You know, it's definitely not over there. I'm gonna check this way. Still tell them where it went, right? Ow, that hurt. Looks like the body armor is spike proof. Break! Table! There we go. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you'd like to see me shoot next with a medieval handgun. Be sure and give this video a like, and if you enjoyed today's content, be sure and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to pick up a nifty Kentucky Ballistics t-shirt, swing over to KentuckyBallistics.com. There's a link in the description down below. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time.
That was neat. But now I kind of feel like I should have watched the videos in the other order. Oh well, can't be helped. But I was expecting some effectiveness, but I was not expecting it to actually, for any of them to go straight through, though. That was not something on my bingo card. At least if I had a bingo card, it definitely would not have been on the bingo card. Because when I think medieval, I'm thinking wood and some, like, metal. Like, I didn't even know about the fucking medieval handgun until now. Which, like, I'm not surprised that it exists, but just wasn't expecting it to be that effective, you know? That, like, yeah, like, a couple of them, the way it was, like, it kind of went more as I expected, but the one that went clean through, like, what? Okay, 7:16, so I've got about 45 minutes before Halo. Assuming he didn't message me, which he did not. Did that video. Watch that video. Did that video too. To check those two out later. Okay. Yeah, so do an Uncle Roger video. And I think then it'll be time to get ready for Halo Reach. Okay, what are my video options here? Iron Chef Morimoto making sushi. Or Uncle Roger's insane fried chicken recipe. I'm like, I could still do the fried chicken recipe because I'm a little very uninformed when it comes to sushi because I've never really had sushi. Since I kind of avoided it for the longest time because I thought I was completely allergic to fish until I recently found out it was just shellfish. So, let's just see this insane fried chicken recipe.
We're gonna talk about the best fried chicken in the world. No, it's not Korean fried chicken. And it's not American fried chicken either. It's Malaysian fried chicken. Ayam goreng berempah. Ayam mean chicken. Goreng mean fried. Berempah means spiced. And Uncle Roger gonna show you this Malaysian grandpa took one cooking it.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Tuan-tuan yang mulia, hari ini Tok Wan nak masak.
I really actually love seeing recipes from other countries. It's one of my favorite things because the world's so different with so many like different ingredients available in different places. And, like, yeah, importing, you don't need to tell me importing stuff exists, I know. But still.
Ayam goreng berempah. Power.
Spiced fried chicken.
Power is another Malay slang for fui yo. And whenever you see Asian people cooking on floor, you know it's gonna be authentic.
Nak tahu power ke tak power? Tengok dia bahan-bahan Tok Wan buat.
Look at that, so many spices neatly arranged like this. All my OCD niece and nephew getting turned on right now.
For sure,
See, we got dry seasoning and the fresh herb also. American fried chicken, they only use dry seasoning. That's why our fried chicken better.
Balana. Nanti tuan-tuan boleh try. Ni
He gonna blend all this stuff.
teko.
That lemon.
Like, I will admit, like, if, like, there's any type of, like, I'm very picky whenever I go somewhere that, like, serves fish. I'm really picky about what I'll even consider ordering from those places. Because I don't want to risk a cross-contamination. Because the next thing I know, I'm just gonna end up getting I'm getting a reaction or some shit. And that would suck. A lot.
Lemongrass, correct? Key ingredient.
Banyak-banyak ayam banyak. Kena buat banyak-banyak kali ya.
But wait, you're gonna make so much fried chicken, but you use this one tiny blender. Hiya, you're gonna be blending for 2 weeks.
Hancur. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Water go in good, make it easier to blend. We don't need multiple camera angle of blending. We know
Yes,
how
we do.
blending works.
Tapis dia.
Okay, strain out water. Correct. He's squeezing to get even more water out. Because when you deep fry something, you don't want water in there. Gonna make it not crispy.
Jadi kita tak payah sampai halus. Serai ni tak payah.
Correct.
Mesin.
Because you want little bit fiber like this, give fried chicken good texture.
Tabuh dah satu bekas. Ni lekuah.
Okay, that kalangkao.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Uncle Roger like how he say Bismillah. He basically thanking God before putting every ingredient in there. I think atheist people gonna be allergic to this fried chicken.
Tak pakai sama lah.
And using the same lemongrass water. Nice. Saving water, save money. Don't throw it out. Okay, blending again. Don't need to show so much blending. We get it. Just say repeat same step. Don't need to show us.
Buah dia. Halia.
Halia is ginger.
Halia ni dia tak keras sangat. Kita guna yang sama juga. Supaya dia punya rasa tak lari lah.
Oh, blending again. Is this video just blending and straining? This feel less like fried chicken video and feel more like how to make smoothie video. Hiya. Took one, get better editor. Trim all this out. But all step correct so far.
Bawang putih.
That garlic.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Please, no more blending. No more.
Nope, you're
oh,
gonna get it.
lemongrass. Everything. Do we really need to see blending again? Hiya. And using the same lemongrass water. Don't waste anything. Except everyone's time.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
This video, like my ex-wife telling story. 10 times longer than it need to be.
Bawang putih kita terus masuk lah.
Just big ass backyard with the world's tiniest blender. Hiya. Just use anything else. If you don't have big blender, just use cement mixer. Anything better than this.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
I don't think you'd want to use
Okey, masukkan bawang merah besar.
Onion correct? This lemongrass water really doing the heavy lifting. It get recycled more than my joke. You know, Uncle Roger glad that beginning of video, they show all the ingredient prepared already. Because this video so long already. If they show the preparing, the chopping, YouTube gonna run out of space?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Ugh, blended onion, don't look appetizing. If chopping onion make you cry, then blended onion make Uncle Roger depressed. But it correct. Dry chili correct?
Ulang. Nak pedih.
Give it spicy flavor. Same thing here, we fast forward.
Masuk sekali.
Fuyo, this how you know a true Asian cooking video. He just grab whatever pail he can find in his house. If you watch white people cooking show like Jamie Oliver, they're gonna use beautiful mixing bowl, beautiful cooking utensil that never been used before. But this guy, hardcore Asian, he going, oh, we filming cooking video today? Okay, let me get my laundry bucket.
Pindah sini pula. Bila habis semua, yang blend, masuk. Buah telur.
Okay, egg, correct.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Because egg become like glue to get this to stick to chicken.
Bunyi.
And now the dry spices go in, that turmeric, correct?
Serbuk cabai.
Chili powder, correct?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ni dia pedas ni. Hot and spicy. Serbuk cabai untuk orang nak bagi dia merah.
That true. I know he got dry chili pepper already, but this chili powder, it brighter red, gonna make chicken look better.
Ketumbar.
That coriander seed, ground up,
Mesin. Serbuk lada putih.
white pepper,
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Serbuk jintan manis.
that fennel,
Semua serbuk kita masuk. Serbuk jintan putih.
and that cumin.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rempah kari.
Curry powder. All those spices, the turmeric, the cumin, the fennel, the coriander seed, that very Malaysian mix of spices, it's our version of garam masala. Every family have their own secret recipe. They're not gonna tell you. We just cook with feeling, use however much we want in there.
Nak simpan pun boleh. Bogaran.
Salt, correct? Of course you need salt.
Gula.
Sugar, correct?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Serbuk rempah hilal.
Serbuk rempah hilau fuyo. That's the Malay version of MSG. This is what it looked like. See the ingredient down here? They say have permitted food conditioner. That sneaky way of saying MSG. But seriously, MSG tastes so good. Even if it's not permitted, Uncle Roger's still gonna use it. It called make shit good for a reason.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Allah bagi sedap.
And he thanking God again.
Goi dah lu.
But you have to thank MSG also. Because MSG is the magic salt of God.
Tepung jagung.
Cornstarch. Of course, you need little bit cornstarch to make fried chicken crispy. Mix all together.
Tak uli macam uli tepung tu.
When the chicken gonna go in? When? This fried chicken video. When the chicken coming? Please? I want to see chicken, please.
But you saw
Masuk ke
chicken
ayam.
already. You just
Finally,
already dealt
chicken
with.
going in. 9 minutes, 1 second into video. Finally, the chicken go in. Aiya, takes so long. This guy must be the king of foreplay. Taking so long. Uncle Roger got family gathering in 2026. I thought I might have to cancel.
Masuk je lah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Okay, good thing he's not putting it piece by piece. Thank you for pouring everything in one go.
Dan kita akan perap dia lama-lama sikit lah. Bagi dia sebati dengan daging ayam ni.
Do we really need to hear all that sound?
Lagi bagus.
Ugh.
Lalu orang perap satu malam.
Niece and nephew, that's why you should chew with your mouth closed. If you chew with mouth open, this is what you sound like. You can use this sound to torture people. Ugh.
Last sekali masukkan ni daun kari.
Okay, final ingredient, curry leaf. This is another key ingredient to our fried chicken. I know this leaf, it look like vegetable, but it not. It's the opposite of vegetable. Nobody eating this leaf for health. We eat for flavor. This very unique ingredient to Southeast Asia. And I think Indian people use this also. But you go to China, Japan, Korea, they don't know what it is. And curry leaf don't actually taste like curry. It tastes herby and citrusy, so good. You should stop watching this video. Buy a ticket to Malaysia and eat this. And check out my restaurant there also. It's right there in airport, okay?
Goi dah.
Okay, finally, chicken ready to be fried. And you see, niece and nephew, this our batter for the fried chicken. It's so many fresh herb and spices. I'm gonna list on screen for you. And of course, all this spice, they go so well together. That's why Uncle Roger think this is the best fried chicken in the world. No other fried chicken can compete.
Alhamdulillah.
Wait, what? Why you cut to his garden? Fucking fry the chicken, hiya.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okey. Kalau dah perap dah beberapa
Okay,
jam.
he marinate for few hours.
Goreng.
Finally, what come out? Finally. Uncle Roger feel like I got older since starting this video.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
That a big ass wok? I feel like a little kid can use it as paddling pool.
Panaskan minyak masak.
Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Deep frying, you need a lot of oil. But again, he really don't like editing. It just let the camera rolling.
It's a big ass pot.
Okay, minyak dah panas. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Ah, hear that sizzling sound? Music to my ear. That means the oil hot enough, correct?
Kita goreng dia sampai
Uncle Roger love how he cooking while sitting down. This like cheat code? Why nobody else do this? Cooking while standing, so tiring.
macam biasa. Sampai dia agak-agak kegaring-garingan. Baru kita boleh atik. Okey, nampak dah garing.
But it look good. Look at that.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Oh, I noticed something, niece and nephew. We only fry chicken one time. We don't double fry.
Oh, I
Double
was
frying
saying
is
that,
technique where you fry chicken two
if I
times to
tried
get
to
it more
sit and cook,
crispy.
I wouldn't
But
be able
because
to see my
Malaysian fried
back
chicken,
burners
our
if I
crust
was
is the
using
wet
them.
spice paste. All those aromatic gonna burn if you double fry. Look at that. Look how light and thin the batter is. And see all the little curry leaf on there, all the lemongrass fiber give it so nice texture. It amazing mouthfeel and tastes so good also. Uncle Roger hungry seeing this now. Watching all that blending and straining was worth it.
Okay. Alhamdulillah, goreng yang terakhir.
That's a lot of fried chicken. Good, good.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Look at that, look at that.
This is a
Here's
really
the
nice
main
color.
difference between Malaysia fried chicken versus all other fried chicken. Look at the crust. The crust is not flour. It actually the deep fried spices on there full of flavor. You know, you eat Korean fried chicken, they always come with some sauce glaze on there. We don't need sauce. Sauce too easy. It's cheating.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Ambil lah.
And he giving it to children. Nice.
Sama-sama.
Good charity work.
Sama-sama.
Hope you all get to try Malaysian fried chicken someday. We don't need that buttermilk brine bullshit like American style or that garlic soy
Yeah, it looks
glaze
really
like
good.
Korean fried chicken. We just use chicken and shit ton of spices. So simple. Uncle Roger liked that. He doing charity also. So niece and nephew, after watching my video, click link in description to watch Dope One video on his channel because all his YouTube money gonna go help these children and maybe even buy himself bigger blender next time.
Yeah, that looked really good. I love the color of that. Such a good color. Okay, I got less than a half hour for till Halo. Alrighty. Okay, you're getting hungry now. I have half of mine to go make a sandwich before Halo. But I also don't want to because I don't really like eating at my computer. It's honestly one of my peeves. For the love of God, please open on the right monitor this time. Hey, you're not supposed to be on the screen yet. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be detecting that yet. Not Halo fucking jump screaming back to being captured. And it is on the wrong monitor. Fuck my life. Halo, you do not belong on this monitor. You belong on the other one. Why are you like this? Over here. No. Now you can be whatever it was you were, borderless. No, no, not on this monitor. Oh. Okay, it's not the game's fault. I'm just stupid. Not me learning, but just realizing I can assign which monitor it opens on. I can't win. You know, let me make sure everything's captured right now. This looks right. This looks right. My other screen does not. Okay. This is the one that needs to be adjusted. Nope, not that screen. There wouldn't be that many tech issues. No. There would never be that many tech issues. Okay, that's right. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick stretch break before Halo. And well, so I have 2 streams running on YouTube right now. Like, I have the regular stream, and then I have a vertical one that was manually set up, which I'm still like fine-tuning and adjusting. So some of those are just taking a little bit of adjustment on the fly. I mean, it would be the first time I've dealt with scuff live on stream. I kind of get scuff a lot more than I'd like to admit. Alright, let's see. Is there anything else I need to check real quick before I step away? To go stretch, top off my water, all that good stuff. Alright. So I will be right back in a few minutes. It's part of the process. Yeah. Anyways, I'll be right back. I'm back. What'd I miss? I also decided to grab a sandwich while I was away. The fuck did I miss on Kick? There was a small sound. Oh, it looks like... Oh. Kick's having some stupid... Okay. Got it. That's all it looks like. I might need to disable Barracks possibly tonight. At least the alert side. Hey, welcome back, Octavius. So is there anything else I missed? I am sorry, Yushido. Six speeding cameras trip, 2 sheriff pursuits, 6 police pursuits, 4 state patrol pursuits, 54 vehicles, 0 leather lights ran. That's a lot. Having an off night. I mean, maybe. It does not remember where we left off. I'm just happy I remember. No, you're not getting a hamster model. So 9% left off on New Alexandria. Hamster. Anya means them the same way. Yeah, I thought it was New Alexandria, I was pretty sure. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's New Alexandria we left off on. Osprey mission, no! No, is that? No, there is no flying hamster. Okay, also we are disabling Barracks. Because Barracks and Kick is being dumb. No. Let's see what else is Barracks under. No, you're not getting that. Mute PowerX. Okay. Says me. Alright, let me go grab the phone charger. Because I have a feeling that I need it. That's good for my controller. You know what, killer? I've never really had bot issues on Kick until recently, so... This is actually the first time I've really had to deal with it. Where is the hamster guy? Where is he? I mean, he still has a few minutes, so... Ramen guy, as you like to call him. Yes. That guy. No, I'm not gonna try summoning him until... Oh my god, the moment you mentioned that he popped in Discord, that's funny as hell. Alright, where is he? Hold on, your sound's not coming yet. Discord. Okay, your sound's in now.
So look what the hamster dragged in. Oh my god.
Hi. How are you?
Excited. I'm tired. Very. I'm really excited.
For what?
Today's
Is it?
It's been always started on the day, like every other day, but this one's special.
Why is this one special?
Because I get to annoy the fuck out of you today.
But you do that every day.
Yeah, but it's
that doesn't make it
because we get to
special.
play. Yeah, but we get to play together. Okay. Oh. Fuck. Now I have to. Give me one sec. I gotta look good. Oh god, I keep shaking.
Do you?
Sure, let's go for it. Ah! I'm gonna crash out.
You
Put
you
Halo
can
Reach.
crash out. I'm gonna go enjoy the sandwich.
Oh! Decrepit! Come on, Scarlet. Surely we have standards, Scarlet. I said 5-star meal.
My standard is I'm fucking hungry.
And my standard is, do you want to do the share chat thing?
Yeah.
I sent it.
Okay, let me log into Twitch.
Now back to my standards. My standards are, it must be at least 10 stars. You know, 5 is, you know, they're pushing it, but 10 stars. Come on, Scarlet. Let's be reasonable. You are in Reign Above. We feast literally every day of our lives. There's no stopping. So a sandwich ain't gonna do it.
Do not shit on my ham and cheese sandwich. I swear, I will.
Oh, it's
I
even
will
worse.
find.
Oh, God.
If I go to DreamHack and I find you, I'm buying the largest bag of gummy worms I can find, and I am dumping them all over your head.
No, don't do that. Because then one of them might get into my skin and infect me with something. And I don't really want to. I don't want to sue. Not that I would anyway. It's too much work. Ham and cheese sandwich F tier. Exactly. Come on.
You're asking to appear online so I can invite you?
It's ham and cheese is not good. It's disgusting. There.
Just like your fucking spaghetti, just like your fucking ramen opinion about fucking noodles.
They're all. What is my opinion again?
That ramen noodles and spaghetti noodles can be used for the same things.
They could. They could.
No, it wouldn't make no difference.
It's because it doesn't make a difference. It's just the difference of the broth. Oh, I was already in. I don't want to go back. No, I'm actually dead serious. I don't like talking about it, but yeah. Oh, right, we still have it. Yeah, deadass. I left as Lance Corporal. 0111, admin. I wasn't happy with it. Yeah, I don't really like talking about it, but I just didn't have fun. Pencil pusher, but with a gun. I was attached to an infantry unit. But yeah, pretty much. I wasn't happy. Scarlet, can I, like, join you?
I'm waiting for you to appear online so I can.
I liked the high cuts, but yeah. Also, I have to appear online. I don't know, I wasn't really crazy about Octavius. Just wasn't happy in the end. Hey, Coca. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
You have to see fucking menu so I can actually invite you.
Scarlet, you're driving me nuts. Oh my god, like everything is now telling me that you're inviting me. Okay.
It was only
Xbox,
2 invites.
It was Xbox, and then Halo, and Steam was going to, but I accepted it in time. I don't know why it's Xbox.
Okay. Because
Wait.
it runs off Microsoft shit.
No, I literally play through Steam. Scarlet.
Yes?
You should be eating, like, a turkey leg. Or a chicken leg. Either one.
You want an opinion you can drag me for?
Yes. Anything. I need ammo.
I don't like turkey.
And I'm the fucking crazy one. I'm the crazy one. I'm the crazy one, guys. Come on. A hamster doesn't like turkey.
No, so like, specifically, I do not specifically like. Specifically, I do not like deli turkey. Specifically.
Well, okay, that's fine. I hate deli turkey too. I only eat turkey in the most important,
If
time
I'm
of
gonna
the
eat
year.
turkey, it has to be dark meat.
It's all right. I prefer the white, but I can go dark. You haven't had turkey? Turkey is good, but you need to only have it like once, like a year. In the proper time, when the stars do align. And they will. Ham and cheese is decrepit. Scarlett, you're better than this. Scarlett likes turkey.
I mean, Octavius was making a dick joke earlier, so.
Oh, Scarlett. What's wrong with white meat? It's literally you. Is it like... What? What's wrong with white meat?
Your report will have to wait, Lieutenant. The Covenant are jamming all comms to command. Cat needs your help running a counter-op.
Bro, I haven't even mourned.
Sorry I came alone.
Make him proud.
I haven't even mourned yet. It was worth it? There you are.
Back on, Lieutenant. You're flying this
You're
fast.
sick in the head.
Covenant have deployed comms across the city. When I fire them, you hit them hard.
Oh, so you have no honor. So that's it. You sick bastard.
You hit me first.
I hit you, but I didn't shoot you. Get the fuck out. Alright, we're good, guys. Fuck, I was always meant to be here.
I did not mean.
I'm on the gun.
Let me take that guy off the other gun.
Up and in.
My turret.
Why is Scarlet on the same one as us? She better be.
I think it wants one of those. Just needs to make us use one of them. Both of them.
Ah!
Nope. It's just.
Okay, I guess I could. No wait, my.
No, the check mark's over
shit.
there.
Oh shit.
Hey, Mark.
Oh shit. That was some lag. My lord, you may lift off whenever.
Yeah, we're both banned.
My lord, we have incoming aircraft coming. I request you take off, my lord. Shit. Hold, please. I forgot the controls. What do you mean you forgot the controls?
Enemies. Let the man look at the controls, goddammit.
You have to pull up on the thing.
All tangos neutralized.
Oh my god, Scarlet, they're still cut. My lord, you have to pull up on the stick in the middle, in between your legs.
Let the man look at the fucking controls, damn it.
We're being shot, and I'm also lagging pretty hard. Really hard. That actually could.
That's different. Not usually this much of a bastard.
My lord, are you lagging too? Are you actually? Actually, I really can't tell if it's me
Yeah,
or
it's
not.
having an issue right now. Let me just.
Oh, you are? Okay.